If you guys want to start, we can start right here and just go down. If you guys want to introduce yourselves, because some students in here might not know your name and who you are. Tell me how long you've served in not just students, but also in general at Bentry.
Yeah.
So,
My name's Caleb. I've served for like 6 years at Bentry. I've served since I was like in y'all's position, like 6th or 7th grade. So.
it was close.
Yeah, unironically.
It was close. It's hard not to say that, right?
It is.
Yeah, you already.
Because it's true.
You already did it. Yeah.
Is it not on? I didn't think it was, but.
Nope. Now it is. Make sure you turn your mic on. First lesson, turn your mic on. Good. All right, next.
My name is Ethan. I go to Colony High School, and I started serving when I was in 9th grade.
Right on.
Hi, my name is Jamie Pikacek, and I go to Trivium Academy. And I have been serving here at Bentry since 5th grade, I think.
Awesome.
Hi, my name is Karina Purdon. I go to McKinney Boyd High School, and I've been serving since 7th grade.
Nice. So a lot of you have served for a lot of years, right? That's awesome. Can you tell us, we'll just go really quick. Tell us your favorite memory from MSM or HSM, just all of student ministry. What's the coolest thing that's happened? Your best memory?
Me first?
Yeah, I mean, you're right next to me, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. My favorite memory from serving would be just from like the retreats I've spent with my boys. Just the memories we've had doing the blob at the lake at Sky Ranch, like the big rope swing. I know a couple of y'all, I did that with y'all 2 years ago, so yeah, that'd be my favorite memory.
Awesome. It doesn't have to be just serving either. I love that, but it doesn't have to be.
Okay.
Just in general, yeah.
Okay.
My favorite memory didn't actually happen at a MSM or HSM like event, but we were all at my friend's house playing basketball with my small group from church, and I got hurt really bad. But yeah, but like the ambulance came, but all my friends were still there, trying to help me and support me, even though I was in a lot of pain. So it just really stuck out to me how much they cared, and I really appreciated it. So that was probably one of my favorite memories. Well, it wasn't a great memory, but it's very important. So
Yeah, for sure.
It's a good memory on the back end of it now. Yeah.
One of my favorite memories during HSM probably is all of our fall retreats that we got to spend with each other, and the small group time, and how like open and honest all of us were with each other, and then how immediately the mood flipped into us being kind of weird right after, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Find your people you can be weird with. I like that. Yeah.
Mine's similar to Jamie. I think I've been consistently coming since 6th grade, and so my small group is really super special to me. And so just every Sunday, the intentional time of getting to meet with them and to grow closer alongside each other through the highs and the lows, they're all now like my best friends, and it's just such a gift to have like-minded people to grow alongside with.
That's awesome. If you could tell your 8th grade self one thing, what would it be? Yeah, sorry,
All right.
Caleb. You're next.
All right.
You're next to me.
I'd tell them just to trust in the Lord, just to trust in like His promises, because He's been faithful to all of you through your whole lives. So I just tell them to just keep trusting that He has a good plan for you. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you. They're good plans, not to hurt you, but they're for your good." So just remember that.
I would say to, no matter what, follow your dreams, chase your dreams, and don't let anybody else make you feel like you can't achieve what you want to do, because the Lord will provide. He's got a plan for you, and if you believe you can do it and you work hard, you can do whatever you set your mind to. So don't be afraid, and chase your dreams, guys.
Yeah, love that. Be yourself. Chase your dreams. I love it. Yeah.
I would probably tell my 8th grade self to stop caring about what everyone else was doing and stop trying to follow other people and focusing on following God instead, and like who He says I am. I struggled a lot with finding friends in 8th grade, I think, and that's because I put like friends on a pedestal, and I think that I would tell my 8th grade self to just kind of discover who Jesus says I am first before I try to find that in other people.
That's great.
I would tell little 8th grade Karina to stop trying to be so perfect. I always like chase perfection in my school, my academics, my friendships, my faith. Like, oh, I have to do this a certain way. Da da da. If I don't do this a certain way, I'm gonna fail. And that's not a relationship with Jesus is supposed to look like. It's not perfect. That's why Jesus was sent for us. And so I just tell her to stop stressing the time trying to achieve it myself and surrender it to the Lord in that time instead.
That's awesome. You saying little Karina made me laugh because at one point I remember all of you being much shorter than me, and now you're all so much taller than me. So that's so funny. That's so funny.
Yeah, it was fun.
What is the main thing God has taught you through high school, through being here in student ministry? Like, what's one of those main things that God has taught you, like a big rock?
Just to rely on the people around you, the people that God's placed in your small groups, in those little communities that you have. Really buy into that and just share everything with them, the good things, the bad things, everything. Because if you find the people that care about you the most and that want the best for you, they will become your best friends. And I can say the same for my small group. I'm sure Ethan can too, can attest to that. But yeah, just find your group and stick with them.
One of the biggest things that I've learned is to be grateful for all the blessings that I've been given, because we live in an amazing country and we have the opportunity to do things like come to church. And just don't take it for granted, because if you can mess up and all that can go away. So just be diligent and don't take things for granted. Be thankful. Tell the people around you you're thankful for them, especially your parents. They do a lot for you. So make sure they know how much you love them.
Yes, and your mom on Mother's Day. Good. That's good. That's awesome. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, there's so many things. I think to see people how God sees them and not just like hold on to grudges and to forgive people for like things that they've like done to you or to others, or like the actions that you see them take place, that is not what defines them, but God defines them just as he defines you. And I think to see people how God sees them and to just kind of love them for that is something I've really tried to rely on throughout high school and middle school.
That's good.
I would probably say just the fact that the joy and peace you can find in the Lord is like constant. It never leaves. Like, especially for the 8th graders, y'all are about to go into high school. You don't think your life's going to change a lot, but it does. It's not to scare you, but like life changes. And you're going to have to go through seasons where you may hit rock bottom, you may be at your highest, but the joy and like the peace you can go and find in the Lord doesn't like leave. It doesn't drift away. He's always there and remains the same. And I think that was just something easy thing for me to learn, to like, gravitate to that through any season of my life. Not just like, oh, I'm only going to go and pray when I'm feeling sad or like life's hard, but like also like finding the joy in the good moments too.
Awesome. Each of you mentioned that you've served for a long time. So what made you initially jump into serve? And then what have you learned about that, through serving, about God and about yourself? Like, what has serving taught you about God and yourself?
Yeah, so when I was in 6th grade, I had Luke Willis jump in to serve with Jeremy Gonzalez, and shout out Luke Willis. And he was just a great role model to me. He was somebody that I could just look up to and go to with all my questions, and he was just there for me. So that's what motivated me to jump in to serve, and that's why I do it to this day. That's what motivates me still. And God's just taught me to just rely on him, to be patient. I mean, my boys are sometimes a bit of a handful, so yeah, sometimes just a little bit. But yeah, he's just taught me a lot through it, and I can't thank y'all enough, especially.
It's awesome.
For me, I started serving at Fine Arts Day Camp when I was in middle school. I actually served with both of Karina's sisters, and serving at FADC really inspired me to do it more often because I really enjoyed it. So I started serving in elementary school and all that, and it's just been really fun to see how the boys have grown and matured a little bit, I guess. But it's really taught me to be patient and to set a good example and always be on my best behavior. So yeah, it's been great to see how the Lord is using me to help inspire these boys with faith and confidence and all that stuff. So
Right on.
I originally started serving in 5th grade as an elementary worship leader, and I think it was my dad who influenced me to start doing that because I was part of the Family Experience FX Live team, and when that started dying down, my dad told me, oh, you should go and you should use your gifts to serve God and to lead others. And so I did that for a while, and then I was feeling called to come serve in MSM with all these amazing ladies because of my small group leaders and the amazing role models that they were for me. And oh my gosh, okay. They call me an emo. I don't get it. I don't see
She
it.
held up a sign that said "Go emo."
But
That was good.
okay, Cassie. But I think that they've taught me a lot about myself, and it's been really inspiring to see how our small group has changed from 6th grade when they were all staring at each other in the room, kind of only giving one-word answers, to now we have to kind of keep them quiet from wanting to talk to one another. It's been really special to see them grow in their relationships with each other.
That's awesome.
I stepped into serving. I have 2 older sisters, and so growing up, I got to see them step into serving, and it really just, how much you think like you're pouring into others, but how much the Holy Spirit pours into you. It was really something like an admirable thing that I wanted to step into. And so I originally started serving with kindergartners every morning, and kindergartners compared to middle school is a lot different, that's for sure.
Most of the time, right? Yeah.
But I think one of the most, I think just so beautiful thing about serving is just seeing how, Jesus is seen in every single one of the girls in my group and how he's working in each of their lives. And then also seeing myself in them and how the things that I've gone through in my life that God's taught me through have been for a reason so that I can go and share the wisdom and show how God's worked through my life as an encouragement.
Love that. Okay, last question. Any encouragement for our middle schoolers? Encouragement, final words of wisdom. If you got the mic, say whatever you want to them.
All right. I'd say just stay close with each other. Stay bonded. Just keep pouring into each other, each small group, and yeah.
Good.
let's see, wisdom. I don't know. I'm not a very wise guy, but I would say just stay consistent and keep coming to church because, I don't know where my life would have been if I didn't keep coming to church. And then also just stay curious. Be interested in things that you learn in school or at church. And then if you're passionate about something, go for it. So, yeah, I think that's all I got.
Good.
I would say, like Ethan said, to nurture your passions and find places where you can bring Christ into that, because I think the most impactful thing that we can do is to spread our light to others and share what Jesus has done for us to other people who might be in need, especially at school or in those like sports or theater, band, those music kind of places, those unconventional places that you usually wouldn't look to see Jesus in. I would look and I would find him in the darkest of places, and I would share him with the people around you, because if you're passionate about something and you bring Christ into that, you can be such a light in those spaces. And I think people really need that, because you can get really hyper-focused on what we like to do and the things that we do, and we forget who we're doing it for. So I would just say, find who you are in Jesus, nurture your passions, and then share them with others so that they can see how Jesus has worked in your life.
That's good.
I would say don't be afraid to step out and get out of your comfort zone. I think I've grown the most just stepping out of my comfort zone and doing things I never would have expected to do, and like stay open-minded and don't be closed off to new opportunities. And then also just to not put your worth in things that are worldly. I think I got stuck in a lot of just finding my worth and identity in things that weren't true of me. Like, no, you are a beautiful and handsome son and daughter of Christ, of the Most High King, and you're worth everything. And just to cherish this time, because literally I felt yesterday I was literally an MSM, a sixth grader, and now I'm graduating 2 weeks. So cherish every single Sunday you have here, because it goes fast.
For sure.
Man, well, leaders, thank you. Man, it is such a blessing and an honor to serve with you. Students, what we love at Bentry is when you guys make your faith personal, right? What we want is when you walk out of this church, when you go on to the next season of your life, that you are owning your faith, that it's your own. And one of the best ways to do that is to serve right now, to jump in and serve in some capacity where you get outside of yourself and you think about other people, and being active in a part of a community here, right? All of you guys talked about that. Continue to stay plugged into your small group. And so I just want to encourage you, students, those of you who are about to go to high school, right? Those of you who are going to the next grade, man, keep making this a priority. Keep finding community friendships here like we've been talking about the last few weeks. And that will allow you to grow in your relationship with each other and your relationship with Jesus. And I hope that in 4 to 6 years, there's some of you in this room who are sitting on stools with me who I can ask for your wisdom to other middle schoolers, right? It's really fun for me to get to go through this process over and over again. I remember all of them as sixth graders, much smaller than me, right? We don't want to talk about those times, right? But I remember those seasons. And so for you guys in this room, if you continue to lean into community, you lean into Jesus, he can do amazing things through you. And you hear it from your peers, people who are just a little bit older than you. And so what we're going to do is I want to pray over our our senior leaders really quick. And then also I have a gift for you guys in the back before you leave. There's some gift bags, and in it, there's a study Bible for each of you. Yes. So a new study Bible. And really, what I think is really cool is as you go into new seasons of life, having a new Bible to write in and highlight, and then be able to look back on that years from now. So go, hey, this is in college, what God was teaching me is a really cool thing. It's kind of that rock by the river. You can go back and see God's promises. And so we got a new study Bible for you guys, just to say thank you for the way that you've served and poured into others. And we hope that as you go into college, that Jesus continues to move in amazing ways. So let me pray over all of you, and then we'll go to small group. In small group, you guys are going to talk about anything that they shared that's wisdom, but also we're just going to wrap up the semester. This is really our last official small group, so we're going to talk about what God has taught us, what he's done in our lives, how this year has been, and if you're ready to go to the next season of life, if you're going to high school or 7th graders, you're going to be 8th graders, 6th graders, you're not the little 6th graders anymore, right? We'll talk about all those transitions. So let me pray. Jesus, thank you for today. Thank you for rain. Thank you for just cooler weather. Thank you for just a beautiful space where we can gather. I pray for our senior leaders up here, God, these students who have poured in for years. God, that as they leave, they would continue to seek you, they would continue to grow in their faith, and that they would find another place to serve, whatever that next season looks like, God, if it's work, if it's college, God, that they would plug into a church. If they're local, God, we want them to continue serving here, but if they go somewhere else, they would plug in and they would serve, and that you would use them in amazing ways, God. I thank you for the way that you have used them here. I pray that the fruit of their ministry would be evident in years to come, God, that they might not see it, but that we as a staff would see it, that parents would see it, that students would feel it, and they would go, I have been inspired by my leader who poured into me. Jesus, I pray for the conversations we're about to have, for the wrapping up of another semester. God, we are so thankful just for everything you've done. And I pray for our small group conversations. I pray for our leaders as they lead those, God. We are so blessed to have amazing leaders who pour into students every week, who love them, who want to challenge them and point them to Jesus and have them own their faith. And so, God, we thank you once again for these seniors. We thank you for this time. Bless our small group conversation. Let us have a great Mother's Day. Let all of us tell our mom that we love her because she is amazing. We love you, Jesus. In your name we pray. Amen.